Good day, Brunswick County. I'm Kathy Altman, President of the Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce. We're coming to you live from Shallotte River Park in Shallotte, North Carolina, just behind the Chamber of Commerce building at 4948 Main Street. Our guests today include Mayor Debbie Smith of the town of Ocean Isle Beach and Kelly Matthews, Events Director for the Chamber of Commerce, who will talk about the upcoming Oyster Festival.
Time now for Brunswick Chamber Highlights on ATMC Television Channel 3. Bringing you the best of Brunswick.
Joining us now is Mayor Debbie Smith of Ocean Isle Beach. Debbie, welcome to today's show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're so happy to have you because everyone wants to know what's going on with Ocean Isle, what's current, new projects, new development. Tell us what's going on in the wonderful city of, or town of Ocean Isle Beach.
Well, you know, Ocean Isle is always wonderful. It's a very special spot in Brunswick County. We've just are wrapping up the main portion of our tourist season. We had a lot of families enjoying Ocean Isle this summer.
You know, and speaking of, we just finished up a surfing contest. There were families everywhere that participated, and that was so wonderful to see surfers under the age of 12 surfing the waves we had just a few weeks ago. So it was phenomenal.
Isn't that wonderful? And that's really what Ocean Isle is all about. It's families having fun. Labor Day weekend, we had our annual sandcastle building contest. And of course, one of our major categories there, the young children. We had some great entries, some great participation. It was a lot of fun for everybody. The weather cooperated, and there were kids and families and adults, and it was just really, really nice. Really something special.
And we love to promote our Brunswick beaches as being family oriented.
Absolutely,
and
all of them are.
All of them are, and Ocean Isle just conjures up images from the past of those wonderful days. I won't go far back.
Unfortunately, I've been there most of
me
Fortunately,
too.
I've been there most of those.
Exactly. But tell us what kind of other projects are going on at Ocean Isle?
Well, you know, with this economy, it's not as much as it usually is, but we do have a new sportswear store, beach sportswear store that will open sometime this winter. It's been under construction this summer. We have a new standalone ATM and an ice dispenser, which is an economical way to buy large amounts of ice, as well as a new little sandwich shop that's opening soon. I don't know yet what it'll be, but it's going to be a nice addition to the town. Of course, we continue with our landscape improvements as you enter our island and up and down the island, so that's exciting.
And I know you were very involved and a true champion for beach renourishment.
Yes.
Tell us about that project, because that's crucial to tourism as well.
Absolutely it is, and you know, we've been very limited in the past years on the tools that we had to utilize to protect our beaches. Renourishment was allowed, but when you get on the ends of our islands, close to inlets, renourishment is not always a viable option. It doesn't always stay very long, usually doesn't stay very long, because of the unique forces of the inlets. So last legislative session, we did have a bill passed that allows for up to 4 terminal groins to be built in the state of North Carolina as a pilot project. I do hope Ocean Isle will be one of those. We are presently in the process of working with some engineers on soliciting proposals for a feasibility study so that we'll know exactly what's going to be involved in projected cost and time frames, so that we'll know we can move forward with this.
And of course, in the past year or so, there's the new park,
Yes.
Which just adds to the charm of Ocean Isle, which also provides more services for not only the residents but for visitors if they want to launch a boat or a jet ski.
Exactly. We have the state-supported boat ramp under the bridge, which was expanded this past year and doubled the parking, and it's really been utilized because it's been full all summer. And we also have our little park down at the east end of Ocean Isle, Ferry Landing Park, which was, for those that don't know, was the original access point to come over to Ocean Isle Beach. And I can even remember when there weren't roads up to the present bridge, but we don't have to talk about how long ago that was. But that's been real successful, and though there's no boat launching there, there is a little pier for people to fish off of in the waterway. There is an area to launch kayaks, and so that's been really popular, very popular. We're glad to be able to provide that.
And of course, I want to thank the town of Ocean Isle for always being there for one of the Chamber's biggest events, the upcoming Oyster Festival. Without the support of the town of Ocean Isle, it's the city services, everything that you provide. Your staff is accessible to us. They are out there. They've been preparing for, it seems like weeks, to get ready for the influx of people. But I want to thank you personally, as well as your town commissioners and your staff, for all the support that they give to the Chamber in preparing this festival.
Well, thank you, Kathy. You know, that's kind of special to Ocean Isle because that festival started at Ocean Isle
At the airport. I was there in my little bucket of oysters.
Yeah, so it started at the airport, and we missed it those few years it was away, but we're glad to have it back, and we hope as long as we have the room and the manpower, we can continue to host that at Ocean Isle.
You know, and of course we want to grow the event, but we've become very creative this year with how we're spacing our vendors, and we've done sort of a realignment, so we have been able to grow it, because that's always been an issue. We want to grow it, and we thought, well, how do we maximize the space that's available to us? And we get comments all the time, please don't move it from the island, please don't move it. And of course, at some point we may have to, but we want to stay right where we are for years to come, another 31 years.
Well, and we want you to as well, so we hope we can work together to make that a reality.
Absolutely.
You know? And those kind of festivals for Ocean Isle, along with we have summer concerts, free Friday night concerts, 12 weeks out the summer for our tourists and our residents to enjoy, and that's hugely attended by our residents and visitors, as well as the property owners, you know, our neighbors around Ocean Isle, and we're glad that they like to come to Ocean Isle and hear good music.
They do, and they'll call the Chamber office wanting to know which bands. They're coming down in a few weeks, and they want to know which bands will be performing. And many thanks to the Brunswick County Parks and Rec for actually coordinating those events throughout the county.
They do.
But it is widely attended. Every time I'm there, it's hard to find a parking place. Not hard to find a place, but
we're full.
You're full, and that's always good for business.
Well, we promote that as part of our tourism season, and the town funds that to a great degree, though it is a cooperative effort between the Brunswick County Parks and Rec, our Ocean Isle Beach Property Owners Association, but the town still funds a large portion of it, but we're happy to have those kind of free family activities at Ocean Isle Beach.
Like we said earlier, it is a family beach.
It is a family beach.
And all of those activities just show how family friendly all of our areas that they truly are.
Yeah.
And our next guest is Kelly Matthews, Events Director for the Brunswick County Chamber of Commerce. Kelly, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me again.
I know last month you provided our viewers a really good overview of the upcoming 31st Annual North Carolina Oyster Festival.
Yes.
But now you've got more details and more things to share with our viewers.
Yes.
So let's roll into some of the artwork.
Okay, which one do you want to start with? We have a print and we have 2 t-shirts this year.
Let's talk about the children's t-shirt. Let's talk about how that whole process was.
Well, as a committee, we sat down and we were talking about how last year a lot of people wanted to buy their kids t-shirts, but we didn't have them in really small sizes for the toddlers. So we just came up with the idea of doing an actual kids t-shirt that's done by a local kid. So we sent out all these forms to all the local Brunswick County schools, and we got close to 100 entries in.
And this was for the elementary schools?
It was for all elementary school children, and we got tons of them in, and you can attest, we had so many entries and they were all so good. It actually took us 2 meetings to figure out which kid was actually going to win.
And who was the winner?
Hayden Grimes, and he is 10 years old. So we were really excited to have him there, and he was at the art unveiling, and he didn't speak. He's not one to get up and talk.
Shy.
A little shy, 10 years old, I
but
could
a good
imagine.
artist.
Yes. So would you like to see the shirt?
I absolutely would.
Show the camera. This is what Hayden came up with, and we basically just asked them to draw something that just showed what the Oyster Festival meant to them. So he did "The World is Your Oyster," and you can see here he's got the oyster shell with the world in it and a little fish in the background, and it was colorful, and we just felt like it really encompassed what the festival means. So we were really excited for that.
Well, that's great artwork. And his mom, Tamala,
Yes.
is a Brunswick County native.
She is,
And
yes.
went to West Brunswick.
Yes, we were really excited, and they were thrilled when he was announced the winner, and he got a $200 savings bond courtesy of First Citizens Bank. So,
Which is
yeah.
one of our sponsors.
One of our big sponsors, yeah.
And tell us a little bit more about some of the events that have been leading up to the Oyster
Okay.
Festival.
Well, we had our first annual North Carolina Oyster Festival Surf Off. We had over 140 surfers come out over the 2-day period at Ocean Isle Beach in front of Salty's. And Eastern Surfing Association was one of the people that put on the event for us. And it was great. It was really neat to watch the surfers out there. And
Just talking with Mayor Smith from Ocean Isle Beach, and we were talking about how it really proves that Ocean Isle Beach is a family-friendly beach.
Yes.
Because of all of those kids that were there surfing, all of
Yes.
their families. So that was one of the events leading up
Yeah.
to Oyster Festival. What
Yes.
else do we have coming
We
up?
have a tennis tournament that actually just happened in the end of September, and there were lots of people, that entered for that as well. Really neat event. This is the second time we've done that, and Ron Watts over at Sunset Properties runs that event for us.
Which is also a sponsor of the
he's
Oyster
also
Festival.
a sponsor. Yes, we have over 33 sponsors for the Oyster Festival this year. So
Which
lots of them.
also shows the community's involvement
It
and their
does.
participation
Yes.
level of making sure that this event is successful year after year.
It's awesome. It's really neat to see all of the community members coming forward to help us put on this event, because the chamber pays for everything. It's our event, and a lot of people don't realize that we have to put out money, in order to get money back, so that then we can turn around and put it back into the community with programs and events and helping build the
And
community.
also through marketing,
Yes.
marketing our beautiful area
Yes.
of Brunswick County on why potential tourists should come visit,
Exactly.
and why people wanting to relocate, why they
Yes.
should come relocate to
Yes,
Brunswick County
exactly.
as well. More artwork. We've got,
Yes.
who is our artist this year?
Well, Keith White, he won again this year. We have artists that we send out a call to all artists asking them to submit a piece of artwork for the actual official, print that we do. And Keith White won again this year, and we were really excited about that print.
And Keith is the political cartoonist at the Brunswick
He
Beacon.
is, yes, very talented.
And you would think after a few years, how could he continue to be so creative and come
I
up
don't
with
know.
artwork?
Yeah, he's really good, and he works really well with the chamber and our staff. And if we need corrections on stuff, or if we need it brighter, he's really quick to change it and make it perfect.
So let's see the print that he has done.
Yes.
Now, how about T-shirt artwork? We've got the
Well,
kids.
We've got the kids, and we have adult T-shirts, as always. People love Ozzy, so we couldn't not have Ozzy again.
Ozzy's the Oyster
Yes.
Festival mascot.
Yes, Ozzy is awesome, and people love seeing him eat people or act like he's eating people. And that sounds really gross, doesn't it?
does sound gross,
Yes,
but it
it's
does
cute.
convey well
It
on
is
the
cute,
T-shirt.
it's a little barbaric, but it's cute. He's an oyster, but we do have that for the adult T-shirts, and we actually have a different color T-shirt this year, and we actually will have women's fit. So those ladies out there that don't like the boxy T-shirts, we actually have fitted shirts this year in black and in white. So we'll have white T-shirts for adults and black T-shirts. So,
And let's see this artwork.
yes.